Red Sails to Capri. Chapter 6. A long story without a beginning. It was scarcely light when Michael left the inn the next morning. The mountain paths and the village streets were deserted. The beach was deserted too, and the ocean. No, not the ocean. The ocean had one small boat on it and a small speck inside the boat. "Angelo! Angelo!" Michael ran across the stand. "Angelo, wait!" With every step, the speck grew larger. It had a head now and arms. It waved an oar. "Angelo!" Michael was panting when he finally reached the boat. "Angelo, I was afraid I'd miss you." "One more wave and you would have. I was just ready to leave." Angelo looked pleased. "You're going fishing with me?" "No, Angelo, no, I can't. I left the inn before anyone was awake. No one must know I have come. I must hurry back." "Oh, Angelo." "What's the matter, Michael?" "A dreadful thing has happened. Dreadful." "What?" "Angelo, what do you really think about the cove?" "The cove?" "Yes." "Why do you ask?" "Angelo, listen." In a few minutes, Michael told all that had happened the night before. Angelo shook his head. "It is a bad business, Michael. A bad business." "I know. Angelo, you know what will happen. If Herr Nordstrom insists upon going, the whole town will blame Papa because he is a guest at our inn. They'll blame Papa for any bad luck that happens to anyone for years to come." Angelo nodded. "Angelo?" "Yes, Michael." "Angelo, are you afraid of the cove?" "Afraid? Me? Do you not know? Angelo is afraid of nothing." He winked at Michael. "Nothing. Then you will tell me, won't you, Angelo, about the cove?" "Why do you want to know?" "Why? Why do you think? I want to keep Herr Nordstrom from going there." Angelo patted Michael's arm. "Do not worry, my little friend. Herr Nordstrom will never go to the cove." "How do you know? How can you be sure?" "Sure? Of course I am sure. Use your head. Michael, how could he possibly get there? Does he have a small boat?" "No." "Then you see there is nothing to worry about." "That is what you think. He is going to get one." "Where?" "In Naples." "Naples?" "Yes, he is very wealthy. Money, expense, they mean nothing to him." All right. He goes to Naples and gets a boat. But once he gets back here, will he be able to row it in those waters?" "I doubt it." "Good. Now do you see? You have nothing to worry about. With the first high wave, he will come splashing back to shore." Michael nodded. "I thought that too, but Lord Derby says something else. He says Herr Nordstrom has spent all his life reading and studying. He says he is so smart he doesn't have enough sense to be afraid." "Ah," Angelo shook his head. "That is different. You should have told me right away." "Told you what, Angelo?" "That he is a smart fool. That makes everything different. A smart fool. There is nothing in the world as dangerous as a smart fool. He will try anything." "Angelo?" "Yes, Michael." What are we going to do?" "We? Why we? I am a simple fisherman minding my own business. Why we?" "All right then, what am I going to do?" "Go back to the inn." "Why?" Why, so I can think." "Oh, Angelo, do you think you will be able to think of a way to keep him from going?" "I think only one thing. I think I cannot think with so much talking going on around me." "Oh, Angelo, you are wonderful. I knew you would help me. I knew." "I make no promises. Now go." "Thank you, Angelo." For what?" "For thinking. I haven't started yet." "But you will. You said you would." "With you around? Never." "But I won't be here. I'm going." "When?" "Now." "I don't believe it." "I'll show you." Michael stood up, and the boat tipped forward. Angelo groaned. "You will drown us both first." "You?" Michael laughed. "It would be easier to drown a cork." "See, I told you." "What?" "You're never going." "I am." "You're not." "You're still here talking." Michael jumped to the beach. "Goodbye, Angelo. I hope." "No hopes, no promises, remember." "All right, Angelo. Goodbye. Good luck." "All right, Michael. Goodbye." He gave a loud groan. "Good riddance." Back at the inn, Michael tiptoed carefully up the stairs, then turned around and stomped down as if he had just come out of his room. He could tell by the kitchen noises that he was late, and he was afraid of the questions that might be waiting for him. Opening the door, he rubbed his eyes, yawned, stretched, and tried to look sleepy. "Ta-to, ta-tee, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la," the song came from the far end of the kitchen and filled the room. "Ta-to, ta-tee, tra-la-la-la." Michael stopped in the middle of a yawn and smiled. He was in luck. His mother was singing her soft-boiled egg song and had ears for nothing else. The song had 3 stanzas and 3 choruses, and when it was finished, the eggs would be done. It was an old recipe, but the song had to be perfect. Signora Pagano demanded complete silence while she was singing. One interruption, one note held too long, and the eggs would be ruined. Michael hurried to his mother's side and hid behind her song. Here he was safe. No one, not even his father, would dare to ask questions until the final verse was finished. By that time, even his lateness might be forgotten. Finally, the song and the eggs were finished. Signora Pagano gave a great sigh and lifted the eggs from the boiling water. Signor Pagano, who had been walking about on tiptoe, gratefully lowered his heels. Michael, the safety of the song gone, pretended to be counting the breakfast plates. "Michael." "Yes, Papa." "Michael, come here." Michael walked slowly across the room. "Yes, Papa?" "Michael," Signor Pagano's voice was scarcely a whisper. "Michael, our troubles are over." "Over, Papa?" "Yes." "Why?" "Look." Signor Pagano pointed toward the fireplace. "Look, what do you see?" "I see a chair with Herr Nordstrom in it." Signor Pagano nodded. "And what is our dear friend Herr Nordstrom doing?" "He is reading